Is it a buffer?
Ladies and gentlemen, now we come with Victor Allen's new Sportz. That's right, Victor Allen's own neo-urban look at today's sports. Hot, sexy, and here's the one the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. The tall, dark, bald man.
What?
Here's Vic.
Michelle, do me a favor.
Here's Vic.
Can you introduce me any way you like so I can just feel good? Because I haven't had a woman introduce me.
Oh, okay. Victor.
Thank you.
Okay, so everyone, ladies and
That was great.
I'm not done.
Excellent.
No. This is my first introduction. Okay, let me do it. Okay, hi everyone. So now we're gonna go over to Victor, the amazing, awesome, super cool, nice, and supportive friend of mine.
There we go. Where my clap?
Hey!
You see how
He's a supporter. He's a jockstrap. She's a jockstrap. He's an athletic supporter.
Yes, he's supported me, and I feel.
There you go.
I feel thankful.
See, I want you guys to notice, see, he delayed my claps, got to remind you. See how he treat a brother?
Got to be fast with the clap finger. Pow, pow.
Yeah.
That's cold. All right, you guys. All right, now, wait a minute. I got to talk sports because it was Monday Night Football, and I know Mario actually wants to talk about, what was the hot topic over the whole weekend, including Thursday, when, Drew Brees went against Aaron Rodgers, the whole thing, the game Green Bay, New Orleans. But we're going to sit back and talk about Monday night because you guys already know the other stories. So, Mario, were you impressed by Tom Brady's 517 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception over the Miami Dolphins, who were exhausted, had no oxygen in their tank, and had no defensive scheme?
Yeah, I was impressed. I was also impressed that they only won 38-24. But man, that was the second best performance in NFL history. Okay. I think the other one was Norm Van Brocklin.
Right.
Asshole.
See what happens?
He's an old player. He was an asshole. He had 550-some yards.
Okay.
Prick.
Okay.
So he was the one back then who did it. People know his history.
Right.
Know about him. But like I said, still phenomenal. You know what I like about him? Tom Brady, too, he's so understated.
Yeah, he is.
He's so humble. You have to give credit. That's a throwback to the old school way.
Yeah.
Soft-spoken. But I have to give him credit. Wonderful performance. Bravo. Let's give some cheers.
Yeah, go on and give him some
Tom
cheers.
Brady.
Man. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's come on, let's
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Michelle, do you know Tom Brady?
They like Michelle.
Thank you. That's all. See, what I like about Michelle, she says, I'm going to clap for you even if I don't know you.
That's the key to sports with men. Just fake it. Like everything else, just fake it. You can't go, ooh, go, honey. I like them. What team you the ones in the red? Yes, go. They seem so much more talented.
Yesterday I was working. I was cocktailing, and so whenever I go up
what does that mean?
It means
I imagine a little creature running around with you behind him.
No. But
okay.
I go up to customers and to make conversation, like, what team are you going for? And then they'll tell me, and I'll be like, that's awesome, me too. And
like in Hooters?
It was in Santa Monica.
Oh.
But it was. I'm not telling you where it worked.
I want to go. I'm about to say. Yeah, because there's a Hooters in Santa Monica.
I was working at a restaurant bar in Santa Monica, and whenever I go up to people during a sports game, I ask them what their team is, and then I say that's who I'm voting for, too. I mean,
that's so smart.
Rooting, not voting.
Right.
I always mess up the
phrasing.
You get hit on a lot? I mess up the phrasing.
There you go.
But, yeah, I'm like, yeah. And so whenever I walk by people, I'm like, yeah, Dolphins, Packers,
They hit on you, don't they? Don't they hit on you, though, Michelle? Come on. You get a bunch of numbers slipped to you.
She said it's part of the work.
Yeah, right.
She's used to it. She's gonna.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what can you do?
I can imagine. Here I am at some sports bar with my buddies, and here comes Michelle. Is talking about anything, right?
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, girl, go, yeah.
Keep talking. Yes.
All right. Let me go on and cater to our folks who actually say, okay, let me just hear something I haven't heard so far. And what I'm going to do is this, because you don't have the benefit of seeing the display.
No, we have no visual aids whatsoever.
So I'm going to try to make it easy by saying this. If you paid attention, if you paid attention to the sports weekend, there was a hot topic out of the whole weekend. And I'll read them off, and whatever you recognize, you tell me, and we'll just say, hey, this is what we thought was the best.
Okay, and I'll just get random sports pictures. How's that?
That's fine. Okay, now I'm going to read off the topics, and I have to, kind of go away from my publishing here, so I have to look to the right and all that kind of stuff. So when I duck, that's me because I'm trying to find my space. All right, here it is. The weekend, far as what you thought was the hot topic, hot story from the NFL kickoff weekend, the first weekend, including Thursday. The first thing I came up with is that we do pay attention to tennis, right? So, you know, Novak Djokovic defeated Rafael Nadal, right?
That's right.
So that was big time. He did it in 4 sets, which means he went through Federer, he went through Nadal. He's the man. Okay, that's one. Number 2, Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo does it again, fourth quarter faux pas. He throws an interception, but before that, he fumbles the ball basically when they're about to score a touchdown. And, of course, they lose to the Jets 27-24. That's topic number 2. Number 3, Ron Jaworski, which I think is the one I wish we had the photo of.
The Polish rifle.
That's right. Now, you can bring
I
up...
was thinking of something else again.
You can find Ron Jaworski's photo, so if people need to know, they know. Basically, he dropped the S-bomb. You know
he said shit. I'm just so glad we're internet television. We get to say shit.
Wait a minute.
We say shit.
Okay.
See, Michelle said it.
Okay, not a big...
Freedom!
But it's not a big...
Felt good.
Now, let me tell you what the smooth on this is. You're wrong, Mario. The smooth on this is that he came back and he apologized. He said, tell him he's wrong. You can say it out loud. Thank you. You're wrong. He apologized. He came back. But the part that got me is John Gruden, Mike Tirico, they're all there. So when Ron says, shit, man, da-da-da-da, John Gruden follows him and says, yeah, damn. So they went back to back and did not
damn
move.
counts as a curse word now, too?
On Monday Night Football. You got to look at it this way.
Damn.
No, you
can't say shit.
You can't because you got young kids.
That's the ones who say shit.
Well, I mean, the young kids, they watch football. So it was like when the Janet Jackson thing happened.
The little...
Yeah, during the Super Bowl.
See?
Like,
listen.
It's unacceptable because there's little kids watching.
But you guys, we routinely say something sucks, and isn't that a reference to oral sex? So when little 3-year-olds go, yeah, that's that. I go like, I don't know if I want to hear little kids say something sucks, because you ain't gonna be sucking nothing other than a lollipop or a popsicle.
Okay, I want you to rein him in.
I'm just saying, so you guys don't mind people saying stuff sucks.
Okay,
that's an oral sex reference.
I got you.
Isn't that what it is?
It's not the same.
Why is what sucking say something suck? Okay, what else does it refer to then? Why would... Because they're trying to give oral sex a bad name by inferring it's something bad.
You can watch...
She sucks.
You can watch major TV and they'll say, you suck. And they don't have no problem.
And I go like, you've been talking to my old girlfriends. And mostly it was just a little lip action, kind of more like a kiss.
All right, let me go complete the rest of the list. Thank you. You know, be embarrassed. Be
I'm just
embarrassed.
saying, that's what people say.
Okay, all right, well, you go ahead.
You can say shit.
Okay, let it go.
That was the
Michelle,
point.
do something. Say this. Tell Mario, let it go.
Mario, move on.
Okay. I'm a soldier of love.
There he is. All right, let me complete the list here. The other choices that we just talked about, Ron Jaworski's S-bomb. The other is Tom Brady throws 517 yards, which was a big deal, but I still have a comment about that one. Baltimore Ravens slamming the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when we say slam, slamming them. And then, of course, the Houston Texans. And Houston Texans destroyed the Indianapolis Colts. Now, which story do you think, Mario, probably trended the most or had the life cycle of this being the conversation throughout the weekend till today? If you had to pick one, which one is it?
Well, probably still dealing with the Indianapolis Colts because they can't get over how bad they can be without Peyton Manning, even though it was a total team meltdown.
Yeah.
So you can't just blame all that on just not having Peyton.
Right.
Lack of tackling.
Right.
Blocking.
Right.
And then some of the fumbles, when one Kerry Collins fumble, they tried to say the guy caused. I said, he didn't cause it. He just fumbled on his own. Nobody even touched him. He just turned around and just dropped the ball.
Right.
That's what you call rusty.
And yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. I think the topics, which I did include one in here, is because we only had 24 hours. As Tom Brady always win, because they're going to say he's the epitome of the model quarterback. I also think that the Indianapolis Colts was there too. But the one I think they're jumping on is the Dallas Cowboys because it's the America's team.
See, you shouldn't have said that.
When you're America's team, you're on a different pedestal,
America's team, ain't that a bitch?
Wait, Michelle.
Who said?
You like the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm America.
You don't care.
So they're not America's team to Michelle either.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me just finish. Let me say this. The part that you have to look at is that Tom Brady is going to always be the headline, but they always want to go pick on somebody. I personally think, that Tony Romo, because it's the comparison, and they can't go off of Tim Tebow because he hasn't been on the field, so how long can that story last? But when you look at Kyle Orton, what he did on Denver, two turnovers, everybody's making the cat calls.
But people were chanting Tebow,
right.
Tebow.
So which one do you think beyond the day will have the staying power? The two I think is going to be Denver, Tim Tebow, because he just has the staying power, and Dallas Cowboys. I think they have more that you can target, especially with Tony Romo.
Staying power for what?
For media topic headlines.
Which one's going to be more than Tebow's going to stay in the headline.
More than Tony Romo since he's on the field right now, and he's already did his fourth quarter turnover.
No, I don't know more, but both of them will be in the headlines a lot. Tebow, but it all depends. I tell you, he's going to get a chance to play.
Yeah, because
people just want to see him play.
Right. Okay. All right. Good. So that's cool. All right. So I'm gonna go into another subject real quick. Michelle, you keeping up? You all right? Yeah. Any sports topic you want to talk about?
She's fascinated by sports.
She is fascinated.
I can look at her face. That's a woman who knows a touchdown when she sees one.
I know what a touchdown.
See, I told you. I told you can't. You're a sports hottie.
Okay. Now let me do this.
She knows all the sports. Ask her at the bar.
Right, and we're flying through this only because I don't have the displays to show everybody, so you guys can get involved in this. I'm gonna go on to the next one, which is kind of similar to the first one, even though we talked about what's gonna have the media topic talk about. We're gonna see if Mario, if you can remember the quarterbacks and how well they produce, and who we think maximize their win or the production they did on the field as a quarterback. And I'll run through them real quick, and you tell me who you think was most valuable in the win of the recent game. And I'll start off with just 5 cats, man. And I'll say the names. I'm gonna tell you, it's Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay, which you already know about the defeat over New Orleans Saints. Michael Vick, of course, Philadelphia over St. Louis. Tom Brady, 517 yards, and he got his record also. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Buffalo, 41-7. That defeat was pretty tight. Mark Sanchez, 335 yards and 2 TDs in his win with the Cowboys. Was that a win where New York won the game, or was it Cowboys giving up the game because of the turnovers? If you can recall, who do you think was more productive as a quarterback and more significant win?
Tom Brady.
You think so?
But it's the second best game in NFL history.
Against a team that had no defense and they were weak.
Whoever. Okay. 500, even against the local high school team.
Right.
That's the second best quarterback passing performance in football history.
You think so?
That's by the numbers it is.
Let me tell you what I think they were good at. I think they were good at one thing. Genius to come out and go with the no huddle. First game of the season, everybody don't have their legs. And you could see Miami had no legs. Now, secondly, a team that's not really up there to compete with the division title. So they had their way with them. So I'm going to give him the record because you can't disrespect Tom Brady. But I'm going to go over to Buffalo because I think Buffalo, Ryan got 3 or 4 touchdowns, I believe, with less yardage. 200 yards plus, that's it. And got more production in TDs. What's better, throwing less to get more TDs or throwing a whole lot to get more TDs? And New England, the defense is still suspect because they gave up 400 plus yards to the quarterback, Chad Henne. So if you give up 400 yards passing and your defense in New England does that against a team that has really no chance to win the division the way we see it, I think Buffalo made a bigger statement with Ryan because he did it with less yardage.
But Buffalo's not in the record books as the number 2 quarterback passing performance in the history of NFL.
I know.
I'd take that one.
Yeah, okay.
Than some of the other meaningful
Come on,
shit.
man.
I want to be in that room on the wall where they got your picture.
Okay. You know what?
They go 500 and some yards. Number 2 performance in the history.
Yeah,
you know what it's like?
I know.
It's like Tiger Woods.
I know.
The girl said hit it 8 times.
I give you
went
your
out and
props.
worked out and came back and hit it again.
I gave you your props
That's
on
Tiger.
that. Against Miami, I got you.
Damn,
I got you. I got you.
Sometimes you just bow down and say you are the shit. you.
Okay, I give you that.
You.
Let it go. I'm gonna give it to you.
Come on, he got 500. You still trying to subtract?
No.
He had the number 2 passing performance in history.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying this. That because one of the things they said about New England that is suspect. They said, almost 1,000 yards in quarterback throwing yardage, was in that game. So if Miami can throw 417 or 18 yards against New England, they got problems coming down the road.
Yeah, but it's still, that's not, but it's still,
I know, it's still Tom Brady, right?
It's still the number 2 passing performance.
Against a team that ain't got no defense.
Whoever.
So let them do it against somebody else.
They got a bunch of bad defenses out there now. They will not be having people throw 500 yards against them coming up.
Yeah, but look, everybody saw what I saw. If you sit back and you go like, even the announcers is going, he's sitting back there all day. There's nobody rushing him. This team, and it's not happening. When you have that much time.
It's not the first time there's been a team without a pass rush.
Forever.
There's a bunch of them.
He said any quarterback can make touchdowns if they have that much time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm picking
Ryan, even ugly folks get laid.
Fitzpatrick.
It happens.
Against Kansas City.
It happens, All right. Somebody wants it.
Okay.
There's always someone who likes something.
Yes.
It might be the worst shit in the world.
I got you. But I'm going to give my number 2 to Mark
Sanchez. They like Tom Brady.
You're right. But my number 2 goes to Mark Sanchez. Because piling up 335 yards, even though it's against Dallas, and throwing more yardage, because, there
were some other ones, too.
Yeah, there were some other ones, but Dallas dominated that game to me as it go man up.
Well, one thing I will say is that, Dallas will be a contender.
Yes, they will.
So they should have that D.
Yeah. Jets
the
won
is bringing it.
on turnovers, and turnovers convert to points, and I agree. So Dallas, you gave away the game, and Tony Romo did his faux pas.
And turnovers are different. They're not the kind that are apple or peach.
You know what?
Nor just when you want them to roll over in their stomach.
Here we go. There you go. There you go.
Not that kind of turnover.
All right, you guys.
Helping some of the guests.
I'm gonna get out of this real quick. Go to our Do You Believe, because we already alluded to Tim Tebow, and I want to be able to get some closure, because Mario and I know that this man is going to have staying power without being on the field. Closure. All right.
Nothing like closure.
Here it is.
I love me some closure.
Mario's already said it, but I'm gonna ask him again. You're wrong. Do you believe?
Yes.
Do you believe that Denver quarterback Tim Tebow, as a backup, you have to look at it that way, will be on the bench for the entire season and will not be a starter?
No, he's going to starter?
A starter.
No, he's going to start.
You think he's going to be an official starter this year?
He for one reason or another. See, I think there's a curse out there.
Right.
For people in front of him on the team. So a lightning bolt may strike Kyle Orton on the way home from practice. It's like that Final Destination movie and shit. Whoever's in front of Tim Tebow is going to get something's going to happen to him. He might as well just get out the way. They get a social disease. Something.
Divine intervention.
Right, because Tim Tebow is going to play. So they need to let him play, everybody get out the way.
So he has already answered my second question, which was, do you believe that if not that, just say that he doesn't start the rest of this year, that he will be a starter? He will not be a starter, whether it's on Denver or another team, for at least 2 more seasons. You already answered the question.
He's going to be a starter. Just you're going to start hearing that Exorcist music. Tim Tebow will take the field.
Poor Michelle.
Do you do that Exorcist music? The Gregorian chant stuff.
Michelle, have you ever seen The Exorcist?
I have.
What did you think about it?
I don't remember. I don't think it left much of an impression.
Well, it's hard these days.
Well, no. See, this is the part I love.
I used to leave an impression too, Michelle.
See, I do it. See,
now it's a pitiful show.
I think I watched it for like my 13th birthday party.
And went to sleep?
Girls, yeah, I had like a sleepover, a slumber party, and we all watched The Exorcist. But I don't really remember much about
13, huh? So what did you guys do at the sleepover?
We had marshmallows and...
What kind? I bet they were chewy.
Yeah, I know. Now, you know what you could do this? Whenever you're on this show and you don't understand and follow, just say, go to commercial.
I bet those jeans are tight.
Don't get...
What?
I don't understand.
That's why I say go to the commercial.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about
come
it.
on. All right.
All right. The last one going out, do you believe is... Do you believe the Major League Baseball regular season is still active and somewhat invisible?
Who?
Major League
Baseball.
Yes.
Michelle. Baseball. Baseball.
Come on, man. Don't knock it. There's a lot of fans. Don't knock it.
a lot of people that
That's
like
a
baseball.
Boo, I do.
It's God's way of letting you know you need a better hobby.
No.
I thought it was America's favorite pastime.
It is.
No, that's masturbation. Marijuana, then masturbation.
See? You see how it destroys my segment?
I was saying it is. I told you it's one of my favorites.
You know what, Michelle? Look, I know that baseball
I like
is
movies about baseball.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. See?
Okay, like The Natural.
Yeah.
Robert Redford.
Who?
I like.
How about that one with? How about Bull Durham?
I don't know. I like A League of Their Own.
Oh,
About
yeah.
That's women's baseball.
Yes,
That's women's baseball.
I actually have a baseball card from one of the players of the Women's National League.
There you go. Now
The only baseball player I have ever cared about.
See? There you go. See?
Thank you. And
I enjoyed that movie,
it was a good movie.
even though the lack of lesbian representation really was a bummer.
Oh, okay, you guys. Okay.
Could have made it a little
Let's
bit
leave
more
alone.
interesting.
Let's leave it alone.
Tom Hanks was great though.
Let's leave it
I'm
alone.
just saying. I wanted to.
See how he takes my sports segment and puts it in the trash.
But do you believe?
All right, I'm done with my sports
sorry.
segment.
I'm really bad at sports.
No, you're not.
No, girl, you
good.
were wonderful. The best this week.
I'm
Yeah.
bad at
You
talking
were.
about sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Michelle Winters giving her insight on Victor Allen's new sport. That's right, Michelle told him all about the 411, about ice hockey, basketball, football, and all the other wonderful sports. Tune in for new sports.